Welcome back. Like you do most Fridays at the end of the show, it's time for Corner Table. It's our exclusive theater review segment. It features legendary critic John Simon and newcomer Justin Brown. Now, Simon, he wrote for New York Magazine for more than 35 years, and he's also written for the New York Times, the Washington Post, and more. Justin, an actor and director who also reviews plays. Tonight, they take a look at a new play called Apologia, starring Stockard Channing.
Hello, hello, Corner Table friends. Hello, hello, John.
Hi there.
How you doing?
Fine enough, sure.
Heard that. So today we're talking about Apologia. It is off-Broadway, and we've started really kind of enjoying exploring the off-Broadway scene on this show with you guys. It's still a roundabout show at the Laura Pels Theater. The big name attached to this is Stockard Channing. You may know her from things like West Wing, yeah?
Yes.
Multiple, I think 13 Emmy nominations.
Yes.
She's a very, very gifted actress. It is written by Alexi, I want to make sure I get this person's name as right as I can. Alexi K. Campbell, or Kaye Campbell. And it's directed by Daniel Auken. So, John, what are your initial thoughts on Apologia?
Well, I feel that it's a very intelligent play, but it's not a very dramatic play, because intelligence and drama in the theater are not the same thing. And this guy is obviously a thoughtful person and a thoughtful writer, and he knows a lot of things. His tribute to Giotto, which kind of stands out from the rest of the play, is well written and is well conceived. It may be partly copied out from other art historians, but even so, it's effective. And there's some other moments too that worked fairly well. But the trouble is, it really doesn't apologize. Apologia, though it's not quite an apology, nevertheless it's supposed to be an explanation, right, a self-defense, a justification, and I guess it's meant to be a justification of the mother. But it isn't really, because she doesn't have a speech which truly justifies what she's done. Here, we also know what she's apologizing for, but we don't see it, we don't feel it, we don't experience it. It's all in the dialogue and not all that convincing. Other aspects in the dialogue are convincing, but they don't serve any visual purpose or logical purpose.
I think, though, ultimately, for our viewers who don't know what apologia means, an apologia is an argument in written formal form about something that you feel the need to defend. And so I feel ultimately this entire show is a multitude of characters all trying to defend their choices, their decisions, their actions.
That's right.
But I think where Alexi kind of finds trouble is focusing these defenses and focusing the issues that all of these people may be having or fighting for, because ultimately what ends up happening is you trying to justify the defense that all these people are making about how they feel about A all the way through Z. You begin to muddy the concept, you begin to muddy the play. We start losing the moments of focus that allow us to connect to these characters.
It tries to be too many things. It's about 4 plays in one. One play is the relationship between the woman, about whom it is, and her 42-year-old friendship with a charming elderly homosexual who is witty and amusing and pleasant, and their relationship is probably a play in itself. The difference between the 2 sons, the older son and the younger son, that is a play in itself.
Right. I mean, I think ultimately what ends up happening is the drama that we do get to witness in this show seems to come from a place of history as opposed to kind of the audience experiencing things as they're happening, which in a sense feels Chekhovian and adds to that kind of level of intellectuality. I also really enjoyed how adamantly feminist this show is and unapologetically empowering to the decision that you make to go against the grain, which I think is part of what this show is about. But I would probably say that it's worth seeing, everyone, and I think that especially Stockard Channing's performance is really refined, well-rounded, and pointed. I would recommend supporting this show and going out to see it. It is an intellectual piece of theater, so if you want to kind of switch it up and explore something a little more thoughtful, I would check out Apologia.
And we'll be right back.